What's up, guys? Welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. We're here today with some really big news coming from Uneekor. You can see I actually have the Uneekor IXO sitting here next to me. We actually have our Uneekor EYE XO2 installed. Now, I want to start off just by letting you guys know, if you're shopping for the first time and you haven't seen these products, make sure you check out our previous videos. Full coverage on the full Uneekor suite, including the EYE Mini and the soon coming EYE Mini Lite. So a lot of things to talk about today, not only for those of you that might be looking to install a golf simulator or shopping for a golf launch monitor, but existing users as well. I'm sure you're looking at this video wondering, what the heck is going on? Well, I'm going to go over all of that today, so make sure you stay tuned. I'll try to make it as brief as possible, but I want to go over all these details so everybody fully understands these updates on pricing that's coming from Uneekor. So not only pricing, but discounts. All right, so Uneekor has announced discounts on the Uneekor IXO. Now, tied to that is a new subscription plan of pricing that they plan on moving forward with. So I want to touch on basically what you can buy it for today and what it includes, along with the other launch monitors that have some changes as well, but also for existing users. Now, if you guys are looking to build today, make sure you shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and put it in the description. I want to make sure you guys are getting the best pricing and information available. I can get you package deals from my partners. I want to save you the most amount of money and get you what's going to work in your space. So make sure you reach out to me. I'd love to help. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to start with the Uneekor IXO2. All right, so this unit is actually going down in price $1,000 from $14,000 down to $13,000. But it doesn't just come with the unit anymore. You're talking about an all-in-one huge launch monitor suite, now including Performance Optix. What is Performance Optix? Well, that's your swing optics cameras along with the balance mat. I've shown both of these in the channel. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. I mean, this is like a coach's dream, and also your advanced home user that knows how to use all of this data. I mean, this is everything. The swing cameras are quality. The balance mats providing ground force technology so you can see everything. And then with the new enhancements that are coming inside of View that we showed you guys from the PGA show, like that AI swing trainer that actually draws lines automatically on the video and then gives you, some guidance on what's going on. Well, now you can use that because you'd be getting everything in that. Now, let's say that you just want to go IXO. Well, things are changing as well. All right, so that price is going from $10,000 down to $8,000. That's a $2,000 discount on IXO that you're going to be able to buy it for, and that's just going to be solo. You're just going to buy that by itself. All right, so IXO2, think of more of like the all-in-one, and the differences I've gone over. Watch the IXO2 video if you want to see the differences. Really, it's a larger hitting area. You can actually encompass the trouble mats inside of IXO2. It has a light on the front that kind of shows that it's ready or the next player, but I mean, really, it's all about the size of the hitting area and being able to use trouble mats. But when buying that unit now, it's all in one. The person that's buying that's going to be getting the whole package. So, I mean, honestly, a huge value, $1,000 less, and now it's going to come with all of this, ancillary product that you would have had to a la carte before. So, really huge news from that. Now, the launch monitor that really started it all for Uneekor, the QED. I mean, this is the first one from Uneekor that I covered here in the channel. That is now going down $2,000, down to $6,000. And let me tell you, people are still buying QED to this day. I talked to them. It uses marked balls, and it's really come a long way. So the launch monitor sits 3.5 feet behind versus the IXO and the IXO2 are 3.5 feet in front of the ball on the ceiling. But the QED has a nice hitting area. It actually has a larger adjustability as far as where it can be mounted. I know people that have these mounted actually kind of like outside of the spec, and it still works really well. And not only have the marked balls kind of changed themselves, but they have that Bridgestone ball available that's their premium ball, but a lot of people are just using these stickers that you can put on ball of your choice. And you only need to put a few of them on as long as it's facing the launch monitor. And they're getting excellent results playing with like a Pro V1 and just using these stickers on the ball. So something to consider there. The the QED is kind of a little bit of a hidden gem still for a lot of users, and now coming in at $6,000, you know, that's a really low entry point for a lot of people. So the iMini is going to stay in price. That's $4,500, and then the iMini Lite was already announced. That's $2,749. Now these are the prices. Now what's going to come along with that? That's going to come with a new subscription strategy, is essentially what I would call it. So all of these pricing components, if you're going to buy IXO, IXO2, iMini, or iMini Lite, now do need some type of subscription. I'm going to talk about existing users in just a second as well, so stay tuned if you're worried, well, hey, I'm an existing user, what happens to me? Let's talk about what basically is included with each package first. So let's say that I buy IXO. All right, and I only want the included package. I don't want a subscription. Well, I'm still going to be able to use the unit. So I'm going to get full data points. I'm going to get club data for my IXO, let's say. I'm going to get the View PC version. I'm going to get one profile. I'm going to get 15 sessions per profile. I'm not going to get the Power U report, and if I was an iMini, I'd get the Air app. You know, that's something I should touch on right now. So that View Air is only available for iMini. Not iMini Lite either, because that's a unit that has to be plugged in. But the portable iMini, that's where the View app comes into play. But you don't get Refine Plus, and you do not get third-party connection. So I would say this is for the user that is just wanting home practice. They want to hit balls on the View software. They're going to get all of their data. I'm kind of using the IXO as an example. Someone looking to, you know, spend $8,000, have a lot of data points, have the swing video, you know, the high definition impact image and everything that the IXO can provide. They can get all of their ball data as well, and that's going to cost them no subscription. All right, so there is a no subscription option available. I should kind of make sure I clarify that to everybody. But this is where I feel like most people are going to go. So the $199 Pro package. So this is going to include the same thing that the player package includes, but it's going to add 4 profiles to get you to 5. It's going to add 100 sessions. All right, so you're going to go from 15 to 100, and you'll be able to do 500 Power U reports. And then you're going to include a third-party connector. Now, I have a lot of people say, well, you know, how am I going to survive with only one profile? You know, or how am I going to survive with only 15 sessions per profile? Well, believe it or not, you can do that. So if you didn't want any subscription, I mean, multiple people can share a profile. All right, and you can have, you know, 15 sessions available. So if you wanted to save, you know, 5 for one person, 5 for the other, even though it's shared on one profile, you could do that. All right, but if you want the full versatility, all right, you want to be able to have, you know, 5 different people having profiles, 100 sessions per person, all kinds of different club sessions and practice sessions in there, and then Power U reports. Check that out if you haven't seen that video on the channel. You could have those, you know, cloud videos and everything for those various 5 users. And that's going to get you the third-party connection. That's what a lot of people want to know about. All right, so I want to connect the GS Pro, E6 Connect, TGC 2019, Creative Golf 3D, I can go on. But all of those third-party software, you do need the $199 package. Now, if you want to go Champion for $399, that is going to get you some additional profiles up to 50, and then it's going to get you 500 sessions per profile, and then 1,000 Power U report. And then it's going to add on Refine Plus. So we all know that the GameDay software and everything is coming. I can pretty much guarantee you, I don't want to guarantee it because I'm not the one making this pricing, but for the $399, that's probably what's going to include the GameDay software that you guys have all seen. All right, so that's what they're showing off at the PGA show. I did a video on it. Check that out if you haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure you're going to have that $399. But let's say you're an existing user. I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that are wondering, well, I already own an IXO, so what's going on? Well, there's good news. So that license that you have that allows you to connect to third party, you're good to go. You own that license. All right, so don't be in fear that, you know, you're now going to be added to a subscription plan in order to connect to GS Pro, let's say. Don't worry about it. You're good to go. So they're protecting their, you know, original, you know, customers and investors, if you want to call it that, you know, that have IXO. They've invested their money into it, and you're not going to have to worry about it. But if you're looking to add things in the future, Doesn't matter if it's that, Performance Optix package, if you're looking to have the AI swing trainer, all of these things that are coming, you would need to select from one of the subscription packages. And I want to touch on subscriptions really quick. If you guys can just stay tuned for a minute, hear me out on subscriptions. I can kind of see why this went this way. I use Adobe as an example. They used to sell a software, and then they would work on developing it, and then they would release a new one, all right? But there were a lot of things going on during that gap, and so they changed to a subscription package. I think it's called Creative Cloud. And they offer these different, packages that, have different pieces of software, and the development is ongoing. So they are able to have a flow of income from the subscription to where they can always, be reinvesting in the software and coming out with new things. So I think that's something to consider. If you have a subscription, consider it almost like you're future-proofed, that anything that's coming, you're going to get inside of that subscription and what it includes. All right, so there is a value there. I can see where they're going with this, and I think you really need to point out that $199 a month, or $199 a year, excuse me, that's over 10 years to pay off the $2,000 difference on the IXO. So odds are in 10 years there's going to be something new coming, I want to say, for hardware. Maybe they unlock more from the existing hardware, but think about that. If you paid the $199 per year for the subscription, that's over 10 years before you get to the original $10,000 price. So one more piece of food for thought for you there to think about when you're talking about subscription. But this is big news. I'd love to help you guys out in any way I can. Shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and put it in the description as always. And make sure you stay tuned, guys, because there'll be a lot more coming soon.